Journey with me back in time to a land of golden sands and a river that breathes life into the desert. We're going to ancient Egypt, a civilization that captivates our imagination like no other. For thousands of years, they built monuments so grand, so enduring, that they still stand today, whispering tales of pharaohs, gods, and an ingenuity that defies belief. And at the heart of this legacy are the pyramids, colossal structures reaching for the heavens. But how did they do it? What drove an entire civilization to undertake such a monumental task? This isn't just a story of stone and sand. It's a story of faith, power, and the eternal quest for immortality. Our story begins not with the Great Pyramids, but with a visionary architect and a revolutionary idea. Before the pyramids, pharaohs were buried in mastabas, which are flat-roofed, rectangular tombs made of mud brick. They were impressive for their time, but a pharaoh named Djoser, who reigned around 2670 BCE, wanted something more. He wanted a stairway to the heavens, a monument that would secure his place among the gods for all eternity. He entrusted this grand vision to his chief minister, a genius named Imhotep. Imhotep wasn't just a politician. He was a physician, an engineer, and an architect of unparalleled skill. Instead of just one mastaba, Imhotep had a radical idea. Stack them. He placed smaller and smaller mastabas on top of each other, creating a series of steps leading to the sky. The result was the Step Pyramid at Saqqara, the world's first large-scale stone building. It was a sensation, a structure unlike anything the world had ever seen. It towered over the desert, a testament to Djoser's power and Imhotep's genius. This single innovation set the stage for the pyramid-building age that was to come. The evolution from the Step Pyramid didn't happen overnight. Pharaohs after Djoser tried to replicate and improve upon his design. One of the most important figures in this journey was Pharaoh Sneferu, the founder of the 4th dynasty. He was a prolific builder, responsible for not one, not two, but 3 major pyramids. His first attempt at Medum started as a step pyramid and was later converted into a true, smooth-sided pyramid. But something went wrong. The outer casing collapsed, leaving the core tower we see today. It was a learning experience. This became known as the Bent Pyramid. Why bent? Because halfway through construction, the engineers realized the initial angle of 54 degrees was too steep and unstable. To prevent another collapse, they changed the angle to a much gentler 43 degrees, giving it that distinctive bent appearance. It's a beautiful symbol of ancient trial and error. But Sneferu, the perfectionist pharaoh, wasn't satisfied. He wanted a perfect pyramid. So he started a third one, right next to the bent pyramid. This one, the Red Pyramid, was built from the start at that safe 43-degree angle. It became the first successful, true, smooth-sided pyramid in history. Its reddish limestone glowing in the sun. Sneferu had finally cracked the code, paving the way for the grandest pyramid of them all. Now, we arrive at the Giza Plateau, home to the most famous structures in human history. Sneferu's son, Khufu, inherited his father's ambition and the knowledge gained from his experiments for his own eternal resting place. Khufu commissioned a project of unimaginable scale, the Great Pyramid of Giza. Skilled Egyptian workers built this, not slaves. During the annual flooding of the Nile, when farming was impossible, tens of thousands of farmers and laborers would come to Giza to work on the pyramid. They lived in a well-organized city nearby, receiving payment in the form of food, beer, and medical care. They were part of a national project, a sacred duty to ensure their king's successful journey to the afterlife, which in turn guaranteed the prosperity and stability of the entire kingdom. Over 2 million massive stone blocks were moved and placed with incredible precision. The Great Pyramid originally stood at 147 meters, making it the tallest man-made structure in the world. For nearly 4,000 years, its sides are aligned almost perfectly with the cardinal directions, a feat of engineering that would be a challenge even with modern technology. Next to the Great Pyramid stands the Pyramid of Khufu's son. Although slightly smaller, it appears taller because it was built on a higher part of the plateau. What makes Khufu's complex so special is that much of its surrounding structures are better preserved. We can still see parts of the Valley Temple, the causeway, and the mortuary temple where rituals for the dead king were performed. And of course, Khufu's complex as a guardian, the Great Sphinx. This incredible statue, carved from limestone, shows a lion's body and a human head, believed to represent Khufu, watching over the plateau for ages. Its enigmatic gaze has puzzled travelers and scholars for ages. What was its purpose? Was it just a guardian, or something deeper? The Sphinx adds another layer of profound mystery to this sacred landscape. The third and smallest of the main Giza pyramids belongs to Menkaure, Khufu's successor. Though much smaller, its construction is notable for using massive granite blocks for its lower courses, which were much harder to quarry and transport. This might suggest a shift in resources or priorities, but the drive to build these eternal homes remained. So how did they do it? The question of how the pyramids were built has sparked countless theories, from the mundane to the extraterrestrial. The truth, as archaeologists have pieced it together, is a testament to human ingenuity and organization. The leading theory suggests that the Egyptians used massive ramps to haul the stones. These weren't necessarily one single, long, straight ramp. They could have been spiral ramps winding around the pyramid, or a combination of different ramp systems. Workers would pull the massive stone blocks, which were placed on sledges, up these ramps. Water or wet clay may have been poured on the sand in front of the sledges to reduce friction, making the task a little easier. They used simple but effective tools. Copper chisels for quarrying limestone, harder diorite pounders for granite, and wooden levers and rollers for positioning the blocks. But the most powerful tool they had was their social organization. The pyramids were built through teamwork, strong leadership, and a shared religious vision. They were masters of logistics, moving people and materials on an epic scale. The age of the Great Pyramids was relatively short-lived, lasting a few hundred years during the Old Kingdom. Later, pharaohs built smaller pyramids with mud brick cores and limestone outer layers. Why the change? The reasons are likely complex. Building a Giza-style pyramid required way too much money and resources for later economies. Religious beliefs shifted from pharaohs to worshipping the sun god Ra and his temples. During the New Kingdom, pharaohs like Tutankhamun and Ramses the Great hid their tombs. Rock-cut tombs in the Valley of the Kings were built to protect treasures from robbers. The pyramids were left to the wind and the sand, their purpose as tombs largely ending, but their story was far from over. For thousands of years, they have stood as silent witnesses to the rise and fall of empires. The Greeks and Romans marveled at them, with the historian Herodotus giving us one of the earliest written accounts. Napoleon's scholars studied them, kickstarting the modern field of Egyptology. And for centuries, explorers, archaeologists, and tomb robbers have delved into their secrets, sometimes finding treasure, but more often finding puzzles. The pyramids were stripped of their polished white limestone casings long ago, used to build cities like Cairo. Their contents were looted in antiquity. The pyramids were never just tombs. They were resurrection machines, cosmic engines designed to launch the pharaoh's soul into the stars to join the gods. They were symbols of royal power, connecting the king to the divine. They were a focal point for the entire state, a project that unified the people and affirmed their worldview. Today, the pyramids continue to reveal their secrets. Using modern scanning technology like Moyan tomography, scientists are discovering previously unknown voids and corridors within the Great Pyramid, hinting that we have yet to uncover all its mysteries. These ancient wonders are not static monuments. They are an active field of discovery. They remind us of what humanity is capable of achieving when united by a grand vision. They challenge our perceptions of the past and our assumptions about ancient technology. Visiting them is a humbling experience. To stand at the foot of the Great Pyramid is to feel a connection to 4,500 years of human history, to feel the weight of eternity. It's a powerful reminder of our own fleeting time on this planet, and the timeless human desire to leave something behind, to build something that lasts. The story of the pyramids is ultimately our story, a story of ambition, innovation, and the enduring search for meaning. Thank you so much for joining me on this incredible journey through time. If you enjoyed this journey into ancient Egypt, make sure to like the video, subscribe, and tap the notification bell. There are countless mysteries waiting to be uncovered, and you'll find them all right here on Forgotten Clues.